Well, before I get started and actually get to showing each one of these trucks individually, I do want to say, no, I will not give you one of these. Don't even ask. These are not cheap. These are not little $5 toys. I will not give you one. If you want one, go on eBay, type in First Gear, and then whatever company name you're looking for. And you might find it there. Other than that, let's get to the video and start checking out all my trucks. Trash taxi front loader. This is the Mack rear loader. Sure, refuse can be brutal. Luckily, it's easier in a Mack truck. Mack, keeping America beautiful. City of Chicago roll-off truck. Making Chicago work better 311 service request system sign. It says street and sanitation on there. Looks like a truck number with the city seal. Department of Streets and Sanitation, again, City of Chicago. One thing I do like with these Chicago trucks is they actually painted the chassis frame rails yellow. And kind of the undercarriage too. I don't know how well you can see that. Nice yellow toolbox there. Here's one of my more rare vehicles. This is one of my Veolia trucks. This is their roll-off. As we all know, Veolia is no longer in the United States hauling garbage. They've got some other divisions, I think, but their environmental services division is now advanced disposal. And this is the other Veolia truck I have in my collection, their front loader. This is another not so common one that I have. McNeilus rear loader on the newer style Mack MRU or Terra Pro chassis. Street smart, street tough. There is a little bit of a blemish on this one. I don't know if it was a manufacturer's defect or what. we've got the slow down to get around sign on the side. This is one of my personal favorites, DSNY rear loader, or New York City Department of Sanitation. I'm not sure how well you can read that, but it says 75 years of dedicated service, established December 1st, 1929. Yeah, I like how they even added the 3 center yellow lights. New York City Sanitation front loader. I actually had to pull this one out of the box. The rest of my trucks have got on display. I've actually got the, I guess the garage number and the fleet vehicle number up on the top. Curotto-Can Slamming Eagle, which fits on any first gear front loader. And here's the first gear truck that anybody who collects first gear probably has. This is the Waste Management front loader. Still kind of wondering where the real life truck is, since I believe this is one of the trucks that was actually modeled for. Would be nice to know where the real life twin is, if it still exists. And this one does have the older sign, the old dumpster shape logo that Waste Management doesn't use anymore, without the happy facts. The Waste Management automated. This one has the older happy facts logo. Last year we recycled enough paper to save over 41 million trees. Waste Management rear loader. I may be wrong, but I believe this is one of the trucks that has a real life twin somewhere. Fleet number is pretty accurate for Waste Management because there's fleet numbers that start with 3 are for rear loaders. The reason why I bring that up is because on the roll-off truck they actually recycled this fleet number. And the roll-off trucks, I believe, start with 4 series numbers. This one has the older style dumpster shape logo, no happy facts. Waste management roll-off truck. It's the older one with the dumpster shape logo. What you may notice is that the fleet number on this vehicle is the same as the rear loader. This is my newest waste management truck. As you can see on the dumpster, it has the newer rectangular shape logo. This also has the newer Heil body, and I don't know if you can tell, but the tailgate kind of shows little caps where they put the CNG tanks, the compressed natural gas tanks, in the back instead of on top of the body. Of course, this has the newer Mack MRU or Terra Pro chassis. One of the things I think is kind of interesting with this one in particular is that they have the silver headlight surrounds and a black grille. Usually it's all one color, either all black or like a really dark gray or that silvery color on the real trucks. You'll also notice that this truck has a tag axle on the back. This is probably one of my favorite trucks out of my collection here. This is a Republic Services Mack MR with a McNeilus body here. The reason why it's kind of one of my favorites is I've driven several Brown Republic trucks. Well, they had a different logo on them, but they were owned by Republic. So it's kind of neat to see one that's been miniaturized. These trucks are becoming harder and harder to find, these Republic ones. I ended up buying several of my Republic, Brown Republic trucks from a hobby shop. I think it was up in Rhode Island somewhere. I found it online. But, I mean, unless you get lucky and find one floating around somewhere, your best bet is eBay. My Republic Services front loader. These are getting pretty difficult to find too. This is my Republic Services roll-off truck. This is a pretty difficult to find truck right here. This is an Allied Waste front loader, and I believe the S there was part of kind of like a prototype logo that they decided to, I guess, later drop the S on and just go with the Allied Waste, the AW. I couldn't pass this one up. This is kind of an antique rear load garbage truck. This is an Allied Waste side loader. I could be wrong, but I think that this truck might actually have a real-life twin somewhere, just based on the type of details that were transferred to the body. On the back of this one, there's some extra lighting that I think was more of a Allied Waste spec, kind of on the sides of the tailgate there. And I noticed that has been transferred over to other side loaders. This is the Allied Waste transfer truck that I have. Probably one of the more expensive ones. I think even when they were selling brand new, not getting marked up on eBay, they were like $110 or something. And that trailer is big. I would take all that netting off and show you, but it can actually hold 6 12-ounce cans of your favorite beverage. May that be soda or something else. I don't know if you look closely, you can kind of see that one of the mud flaps popped off. It's actually sitting in the trailer. I just haven't gotten around to gluing it back on. This is my Allied Waste roll-off truck, and I actually got a pretty good deal on this one because if you look close you'll notice the corner spot mirror here is kind of missing the mirror. I have it, but it was sold to me broken like that. I didn't buy it new, I bought it on eBay, and got a pretty good deal because of it. And I know these are getting really hard to find. And as a side note, I think this truck might have a real-life twin somewhere too, because every roll-off truck has one of those little beacon lights, and that was kind of an Allied Waste spec. And here we have Republic Services after their merger, acquisition, whatever, of Allied Waste. Of course, this is the new Mack MRU with the newer Heil front load body. I have several of these RDK first gear trucks. I think I got 3 of them as gifts. I may have actually bought 1 of them on eBay. I'm not really sure how many different versions there are of these RDK trucks, but I see that this is kind of a 10th anniversary side loader. Not sure if they had other color schemes or anything like that. RDK rear loader. You'll see the garbage carts here have logos all over them. This one kind of matches the front loader that I have. And I believe they have a gold version of this truck out in a different color scheme. A rear loader floating around too. I do have another one of these rear loaders that's identical to this one that is kind of beat up. That one was also a gift. Yeah, this is the one that I have that's kind of beat up. It came to me like this, not really sure what happened. It looks like the tailgate is kind of broken. I figure worst case scenario it can be a parts truck for my other first gear models, or maybe I'll send it to Garbage Guru and have them turn it into something. It would be kind of nice to have a waste management Mack rear loader, but I don't know. We'll see what happens in time. So this is kind of a unique truck that I have here. Haven't seen a whole lot of these floating around, but this I guess is commemorating 20 years of truck leasing through Mack. Yeah, Mack Leasing, Allentown, Pennsylvania, from 1987 to 2007. The thing I think is really neat about this, and I don't know how well it's going to show up or if it'll show up, it's got a number on it. And I don't know if my camera's going to be able to pick it up or not. You may have seen it there on the bumper briefly. There's an 88. So I don't know how many of them were made, but apparently I have number 88. This is my Mack MRU Wittke front loader. This is or was available on Mack's, I guess, company store website. They have a bunch of these things. They sell a bunch of granites, things like that over there. Last but certainly not least, probably one of my favorite trucks and one of the hardest ones to find. I've been looking for one of these for a while. I just recently got this one off of eBay, but this is a Waste Pro first gear truck, and it looks like it was made by First Gear. Don't know if these were ever publicly sold. Not sure how people get them, but I've seen them in offices at various Waste Pro locations. So I'm guessing they're just kind of an internal thing. Up there on the door it says the first mate. Whatever it takes. Recycle today for a better tomorrow. When you think of garbage, think of us. What's kind of neat is even on their real trucks they have little quotes like that all over them. There's G-Man on the door. Obviously a southeastern operation. They've got Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina written on the door there, but I think they're spread a little bit further than that now across the southeast. And there's usually a little bit of patriotism on most of their trucks. Well, thanks for watching.